Hello and welcome, I am that James guy, and this is a Hearts of Iron 4 video. It's a playthrough that we're starting today, and it's all in the aid of this achievement here. And I swear I'm not a Byzantophile, but we are going to be forming the Byzantine Empire as Greece, and we'll see if we can pick up any of the other random achievements I've not got while we're here, like for example Pride and Extreme Prejudice, and potentially we may also end up at No Country for Old Men, at least before we've formed Byzantium. So let's do the sort of standard forming up of the nation stuff with the sort of research. Always go for these three researches first, especially as a minor. It's sort of the best way around. And I will just quickly turn down the music level ever so slightly more, as it seems a little bit loud. There we go. We will also get the civilian factory snowball rolling, like so, and also set up our industry, which I think that will be fine. How much of this do we want to keep? Well, quite frankly, we probably don't want to keep those two, that one and that one. The rest can sort of cope, I imagine. We should be quite capable of getting 12 divisions like that. And to be honest, our first step will almost certainly be Bulgaria. We will also grab our political effort, because we basically have to go fascist to be able to do this run. Oh, we're missing a dude there as well. We've got 9 divisions with Marcos Dracos. Fortunately, we also do need to hire ourselves a field marshal as soon as we are able. And we will get you to start pumping out the Hydra class destroyer, because it's, well, the only one we've got that is possibly worth building. There we go. Let's get time ticking along forwards and get them doing their thing. Great tip, by the way. Press shift when you click the exercise army button, and they will exercise up to their required amount to get to regular, and then they will not exercise anymore. So to form up Byzantium, we have to achieve a bit of an expansion here. Albania, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria. Now, we have one little bit of advantage with us here, other than the fact that Albania is guaranteed by Italy, which is going to be a bit of a struggle. But Bulgaria is not guaranteed by anyone. Turkey is guaranteed by Romania, whom are non-aligned, and therefore it will count as a major power guarantor, so we shouldn't see any of the allies guaranteeing Turkey. We have Yugoslavia, which is guaranteed by Czechoslovakia and France, and when France back down over the Sudetenland, that should disappear. That leaves the problem of Albania. So my proposal is that we deal with Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Turkey, then we go after Albania and consequently Italy, which will put us at a war with the Axis. If we time it just right, the Allies should win that war. If we can form Byzantium and get triumph for Italy before Germany capitulates, and if we own enough of Italy to be able to do it anyway, then we should be fine. At the very least, we'll be able to hit the Restore Byzantium bit, and therefore not have to worry about garrisoning much of this. So that's the sort of generic plan. Let's just take a quick look at our division template. It's just a fairly bog standard infantry division for now. We're going to mosey it on towards 7-2 infantries, and by 7-2 I of course mean 7 infantry, 2 artillery, a support artillery, and then the slot will be a support engineer once it wakes up. Well, I say once it wakes up, once our technology wakes up. The music appears to be cycling song, there we go, or this song's very quiet at the very least. It's the Axis theme, how fitting. After all, we are going to be going for the sort of fascist route here. Go, political effort done. Almost, we will be going for collectivists, there we go, and the remilitarization of the Rhineland. Our first advisor pick will be a fascist demagogue, so that we can get the full power to our fascist cannon as quickly as we possibly and humanely can do. Our navy's not particularly thrilling, we don't even have a commander. Well, we do now, but it's still a bit on the crap side. There we go, you can be mechanical computing. Also, remember to always take your electronics technologies quickly and efficiently, same with the industry techs. If you get them on the year that you need them, well then it's a great advantage. So time is ticking along. We've sort of got a bit of a plan here with Bulgaria. And how will we decide to prosecute this war as and when it is to happen? We'll make sure we get the planning bonus for a start. We don't want to be forgetting about that. I think probably the best way to go about it will be that we can try and get a strong breakthrough on one of the flanks and then push up towards Sophia Burgos and then in on the other sides. So we'll probably try and stack quite heavily on the left and on the right. Break through either that plains tile there is probably the best bet, this forest tile, and then in, round, or in and round, and then get us around and leave them sort of sat in the mountains, really. We have the disadvantage here that one strong Bulgarian push and, well, oof, there goes the army. But we should be fine. The main worry I've got is if Turkey turns into a long-term problem and we miss our chance to take on Yugoslavia and Albania in a timely fashion. Resource-wise, we're pretty alright. We've got plenty of steel and stuff. Oil is a concern. We don't really have any sources of oil other than Romania, which is going to be a bit of a stretch, or Iraq, which is also a bit of a stretch. So we're probably going to be buying that in, unfortunately. And I don't believe we start with an air force either, do we? No, it appears that we do not. Let's go ahead and get nationalism focused. With any luck, we'll get some events about being angry about Soviets and socialists, and therefore we will be lucky and get plenty of the fascism fairly fast. It's a shame that Greece does have a generic focus tree. I imagine eventually Paradox will put one in for Greece and for Turkey. Is Bulgaria? Yeah, and Bulgaria. They sort of make quite a triumvirate of interesting nations that all could do quite interesting things. The idea of reforming the Byzantine Empire is quite interesting, and then there's the Metaxas idea, or not the Metaxas idea, sorry, the Megali idea, and various other things as well that I think could be quite fun. We're going to go superior firepower, I think. I think that's probably the best route for us. Oh, we forgot to do political discourse. We start with a lot of stability, actually. So we'll pop a discredit government and an expand civil support. Again, full power to the fascism. Get the ethniki NOC Elados. Apologies, bad pronunciation is bad, I know. Moving quickly. There's Ionis Metaxas himself, as previously mentioned. Will we take military? We'll probably take nationalism, then militarism. Get the manpower going as sort of quickly as possible. Then we'll chunk down the industry line to construction effort 3, then armament effort 3. Then we'll start messing about with some of these other ones. Eventually, when we start running out of manpower, we'll probably go on and take military youth. Which, when you are already fascist, gives you 20% fascism. But, I mean, we're not there yet, are we? It's going to take some time to fix this problem. But that's okay. I don't really mind. Because, as I say, when we get the army experience to be able to make one of these into a line artillery, which is a little way off yet, that's a mountaineer, it's going to cost up 324 based on the number of divisions we've got, which we're not far away from dealing with, but it will also save us approximately 900 guns, which would immediately fix the problem. And then at that point we can start training more dudes as well, so it's fine. Sometimes quality does not require quantity to go alongside it. Do we want to pop another expand civil support? No. Do we want to run anti-democratic raids? We probably do. That's a cheaper way of achieving much the same thing. I think we will do that, as it will give us stability at the cost of democratic support going down. When democratic support goes down, it will increase fascist support. Two birds, one stone. Voila, as you might say. It's a shame that we don't have a lot of flavour in some of our stuff. I don't believe we've got plane names, for example. No, we don't. So we are going to have to come up with some names for planes as we go along. It's interesting that the scout planes have pictures, because obviously they're added in LAR, La Resistance, but the other ones don't. Tanks, again, no names. Artillery, no names. We're going to be naming a lot of things, it would appear. Guns apparently have names. EEPK Perkle. What about our plans? Well, we don't have an armour designer, so tanks are going to be rather generic. Ships, well, at least we have a name for it. The NAF, or GNAF, Greek national armament or aero factory or something like that, I would imagine. No small arms companies of interest, no named ones of those. Got military theorists, that's good news. The army offense guy is probably the one we're going to be going for. Navy we'll worry about later. Neither of those are particularly thrilling. Having both artillery and infantry experts are very nice, especially as we're going superior firepower. And over here, well, at least we've got a silent workhorse for our pick soon, I guess. That's something, isn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and grab industrial effort. And with the research. Do we want to grab that? No, we probably want to grab radio with this research. And you probably want to go ahead and grab support weapons 1. Once we've got those in action, we will swing back towards the industry stuff and pick up 2 or maybe even 3 of these. If we had the speed boost from industry effort, I'd probably skip ahead to that stage, but I think we're fine. Now the question is, so in approximately 60 days, well, it'll be less, but time's moving forward, so you know, we will have enough political power to summon ourselves forth with a silent workhorse. The question is, will that mess up our ability to have 100 political power in the bank for the national referendum? Now for some troubling back of a fag packet maths calculations. We need, well, 10.001% more fascism. We're gaining 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, call it 1 a day, 0.1 a day. So that's approximately 10 days per percent, 90 days. We're going to have about 80 political power when we do it. With the silent workhorse, we would have approximately how many days of it? We've got another 20 minus the 10 that have gone, that's 30, 15% extra political power. We would miss it by about 10 or 20 political power points to have it as soon as possible, so we will wait, and we'll use the spare political power points to start justifying as soon as possible. That's a more reasonable and well-rounded approach. We'll grab our construction tech with that one. It's industrial effort. You can go ahead and grab construction effort. Especially because we may well get the threat of communist event, we may well get the fascist assault divisions event. There's plenty of events that we may just wander into that will give us enough fascism to be able to flip. So I think we're fine. The question is, what does our flag look like? Oh, also we have the army XP to be able to do this now. Yep, we go ahead and straight away just do that. That means that we now have guns solved, but artillery is a problem. That's why we put the 2 on it straight away. And it's going to take a little under 100 days to get the artillery into the divisions. Which isn't all that bad, especially if we put you up. 11, 12. And we'll start training 3 more divisions. At a rate of 3, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24. Perfect. Couldn't have planned it better myself. And we're only like 400 million artillery pieces short. Once these guys have the artillery though, we will be aight. 44. Because we would need to get up to 250-ish. For my maths to have been wrong. Actually, 240, no, 235. If we got up to 235, then I would have been wrong with my maths, and the silent workhorse would have been marginally quicker. Seems like my maths was off. Grab the silent workhorse. My maths was not off because it was 350 that we needed, wasn't it? No, it wasn't, because we're 50 short. Still going to be fine, isn't it? Yeah, alright, cool. whatever. No need to panic, my maths was just wrong. There's no surprise there. If any of you watch the stream regularly, I do stream on twitch.tv/JamesGuy01, a little bit of a plug there. But if any of you watch the stream regularly, then yes, my maths is a little bit bad at times. And by at times, I mean near enough all the time. If you like watching these sorts of playthroughs, then do come check out Twitch. We do lots of this sort of stuff live, pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturdays we do multiplayer. Nearly exclusively Hoi, but we also do some Europa Universalis 4 and various other bits like World of Warships and stuff like that. If you like history games, then come check it out. If you don't like history games, then I apologise, but you've probably stumbled into a part of YouTube you never even knew existed. So, welcome. It's nice. We have cake. I wonder if we get Byzantine names when we get our infantry divisions. Also, one of the things that I've noticed that lots of people mention, especially on Twitch, is that what mod are you running to get the NATO things? And I don't know what it is, but lots of people don't know, or I have to point it out, but you can change it. If you tick use NATO symbols in your game options, it gives you the NATO symbols as standard, which a lot of us prefer, especially those of us who have played like Hearts-of-Iron 3 and other Hearts-of-Iron games in the past, and also other war games in general. With the political power dude, we may well have been able to get another one of these guys. I guess next up would be the war industrialist, but we need to make sure that we don't derp out and miss our opportunity. It's been a bit of a slow conversion not having the communist threat event, but I guess that happens. We don't have a communist neighbour, do we? Historical AI is on, by the way, so there is the threat. I say threat. We do know exactly what the AI is going to be doing, which does mean we'll be going to war with Italy. There we go, dispersed 2. Right, we're going to be going pretty heavy on the close air support, so we're going to start researching that now. I know, bit of a weird detour for a miner to start researching planes this early, but I've got an idea. No, we're not far away from being able to expand civil support. Yeah, I think the route of Bulgaria-Turkey is probably the best option. Let's grab infrastructure effort. 49. 0.4. 0.5. There's the Hindenburg. It went bang. 6. Oh, we've got enough time to do this. What do we want to do with it? Probably the interwar artillery. We'll start naming things when we get the new ones. 49, almost there. Couple more days, I imagine. There we go. If people want it, we have a referendum. We become the National Union of Greece with Georgios Kosmidis there. And that does mean that Bulgaria, my beautiful friend, in 240 days, you will get yourself dunked. We do have the claimed state CB on Istanbul, which will be quicker, but we want to get Bulgaria out of the way. As I say, no one will guarantee Turkey, and that's fine. It's only the Czechs that are guaranteeing Yugoslavia now. That's interesting. It's very interesting indeed. I guess we need to wait for Yugoslavia for that sweet moment between... Maybe we go for Yugoslavia second, actually. Bulgaria into Yugoslavia, get the war goal, declare war on them. Doesn't matter if we pull in Czechoslovakia. Wonder how many troops Yugoslavia is likely to have. 6 to 38. They definitely outnumber me in troops and equipment. I only have one more milfac though, and we are going to get a bunch of equipment for free from Bulgaria, which is interesting. It's an idea. We do need to make sure that we have engineering companies though. Right, well, now we can see what we're up against with the Bulgarian army. Let's reorganize some of these troops. Okay, right. You boys there, detach. Hold them in that bit. You boys there, detach. Hold up in that bit. And then the three in the middle can do that. Well, the middle bit. Which we will do that too. There we go. If you start planning a spearhead move up that way, fine. Works. If you boys over here start planning a spearhead move that way, that works. Construction effort 3, get us even more civvy factories. 17th of January 1938. It's going to be tight, but I reckon we can do it. We might not get all of these dudes finished here, but at the very least we will get 10 divisions well equipped and ready to go. And that's probably all we need. They do have, what, 10 to 15 divisions? We can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the border, but one of them's cavalry, so far less important to us. And these infantry divisions are definitely worse than the ones we've got. We are far more prepared, as it were. Now the next question is, how bad would that look? Probably wouldn't be all that bad, would it? I think with this one, we'll go up to war economy. That'll give us more factories to be able to get these going. 12, 13, 14, 15. Gives us 2 spare. You boys can start building mill factories then. We need to get the industry underway and underway fast. My plan is to kill Bulgaria in this episode and then move on. Next episode will be either going for Yugoslavia or Turkey. I shouldn't imagine that it will take that long to kill them. I hold out hope. Right. Question. Not enough time. Is there any nice research we can get that will solve any problems for us that may develop? I think getting that in 132 days may well be worth it, but I think getting that in slightly quicker time might be more worthwhile. There we go. We definitely don't want to do promises of peace. Like I said, after we get this batch of construction factories. 14. 15, yeah, that's correct. The interwar fighter, you can go and get me the interwar, the pre-war close air support. You can start getting me those. Puts us at 14, 15. You are not actually required, sir. Congratulations. I'm feeling pretty confident, you know. I'd be very surprised if this goes poorly. Though it's entirely plausible that it will. It has happened before. What about if we add the... we haven't unlocked the chap that we're after just yet, are we? 30 days. War goal? No, about 100 days. Okay, it's fine then. That's okay, in which case I feel confident enough to be able to put you in and to tell you guys to train. I think I'd rather have the horde of artillery, basically. 273 short. We'll make it up in 150 days, 100 days for that. You'll make it up in that. We'll also have another 3 divisions in the field. Because that's at 15 divisions on outbreak of war with Bulgaria. 125,000 men. It's not atrocious. Like I said, the shift clicking thing, really good. Next question is, will we get to 10 army XP by the time war breaks out to be able to put the engineer companies in? Who knows? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. There is, after all, only one way to find out. We should be able to get the improved infantry equipment ready and wait, or sort of a few days after outbreak. Outbreak of war, that is. Just having the one factory on that seems to be enough for now. Right, next thing, we'll grab the military theorist to get the army XP. Once that gets up to 10... I mean, with the army XP, dude. Can we send volunteers to Nationalist Spain? Not enough divisions. We might be able to get away with sending an attaché to Japan. When we get the points. We could even join their faction, which would be redonkulous. Italy claims Yugoslavian territories, which now means that nobody guarantees them. I think we have decided, actually, after Bulgaria, we may well go for Yugoslavia. How exciting. Gained ourselves a new factory, which can go on artillery. Then the next factory after this is going to go on close air support. And the factory after that, probably onto towed AA. Add soft attack and piercing. It's pretty good, especially for a small country like us. But that third factory on artillery will get us up to about 3 a day. 3 on a bit a day. Maybe. With a bit of luck. December. We're not going to have time to get that because the war goal's in like T-minus 30 odd days. Will you guys be trained in time? 1 a day, we're at 83, 20 something, yeah, that'll be fine. The army is about as trained as it can be expected to be. I know I said it was going to go on close air support, but I have a feeling that we might be about to lose some guns to attrition. At which point, it's quite a useful thing. Sorry, music's towards the end of the song. There we go. A storm is coming. How fitting. How fitting indeed. Oh, we even gained another division. Let's put you in there and on training mode. Let's also actually spend the money on a general for you. And also a field marshal. They're all a bit crap, aren't they? Guess we'll just do that. You can afford at least charismatic. And he looks older than the other ones, so that's fine. You can go in the training platoon. You need to turn that off, mate. You need to turn that on. They look pretty ready to me. And we'll buy Turkish steel. I think we are ready. They should attack me, and it should be pretty bad for them. He's not having a great day. But these dudes should break through quite happily. Just hold that there. That's fine. No, just wait there, mate. Just literally just sit there. I appear to have miscalculated a little bit about that attack there. In which case, stretch that round to that, break you off, grab all 3 of you, assign you to that, spread out slightly. Oh look, they wandered off the tile anyway. How nice of them. Off you go, mate. If you guys just swing up there. Right, you're the... neither of them are particularly good. We'll ping him in there. There's the Anschluss with Austria. How nice of them. Both of you guys can hit that. It's a cavalry unit, so it should break fairly easily. Luckily, they're not going to be out of supply in that quadrant. Oh, actually, maybe they will. They are out of supply, even though it's got a VP in them. Yeah, we'll support attack that. They'll blitz through fairly quickly. And there's the one for the close air support. Which I guess is what we were after, really, wasn't it? That empty tile? It is an empty tile. That will do nicely. Oh, damn it. That could have gone better. The AI is really blowing a number on me here. There we go. Right. There we go. Problems resolved. You can move into Plovdiv, take that one, or not. You're struggling a bit, but it's not too bad. What are the casualties looking like? I mean, we're doing better than they are. Just about all you can hope for in situations like these. You guys may well, with all your abilities, be able to do that. You would quite happily grab support equipment too. There we go. And then you go into there to get the surround on that dude. That seems to be working out rather well. As I thought, guns, but we're about to have all the guns we could possibly desire from Bulgaria. Get them on close air support. The whole one plane will make a sweet little difference, but may make all the difference as well. Go, you take that, you make sure you go in there. And you as well. Counter-attacking at the right time makes all the difference in these sorts of things. Infantry. You guys come up that way, you guys go there, one of you into Burgos. Counter-attack off of that should help. You pin him and move into Varna. You can counter-attack him, you can push into Plovdiv. Seems like he did lose there after all. Not quite expecting some of those moves. He does that, there we go. That will distract those troops on the mountain for him to break through there. Further ruin some folks' days. Armament effort 3. new research, which can go on to... Let's grab a battlefield support flying. You can go on to guns, you want artillery. There we go, that's everyone over here cut off. Plus Sophia falling is a pretty big thing. They will capitulate when Sophia falls. Main reason I didn't wipe as many of their troops as I could was because I didn't want to lose their equipment. Because I want to keep their guns for myself, and the more of it that's still in their divisions, the better. Hence why we're kind of doing fairly wasteful attacks, but not ones where we lose divisions. There we go. 5,000 guns. Not bad at all. So now the question is, do we go after Yugoslavia in 205 days? We should have been fabricating this sooner. Or do we go after Istanbul in 110 days? Well, we see if anyone guarantees it. Yugoslavia, Britain did. Cool. Right, well... I think we'll be fine with Turkey. Which does mean we need to wait for the Axis to invade Yugoslavia. That's gonna hurt. I'll start plotting our invasion of Istanbul, I guess. You can put in your engineering company, which we have the equipment for. And you can begin work on more close air support, of which we, of course, need rubber and steel. You can go up to 8 steel, and rubber we will deign import from the French. Now I know Turkey has like next to no army, not to mention they'll have troops against the Aegean Islands, not that we particularly care. They are able to navally invade us, but whatever. I think we can cope. Now the problem is if they guarantee Turkey, we have a problem. They shouldn't do. But just in case... Oh no, they don't do that either. I guess we're gonna just have to give it a go. Looks like we got away with it. 21st of September, 1938. And of course, because Romania is also guaranteeing us, we're fine. Trouble will be is if... We're going to have to go to war with the Allies when we go to war with Yugoslavia, which means we're going to have to already have troops in North Africa ready to go. Plus, we're going to have to be in a position where we can guarantee ourselves from naval invasion. Now, that's not the end of the world, because it's only going to be this border here. But that's still a fair whack. Anyway, it's been 40 minutes. We've taken Bulgaria. We're moving on to our next step. So we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you very, very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this, then please do like and subscribe. I've been that James guy. This has been Byzantium. And I'll see you next time with the invasion of Greece. If all things go well, anyway. We'll also start making some anti-air. Either way, see you guys soon. Thank you, and have a good one.